Dear brothers and sisters, today all of creation is resplendent with new light. A song of praise rises from the earth, and our hearts rejoice. Christ is risen from the dead, and with him we too rise to new life.
A historic weekend for the Catholic Church as the first American Pope leads Easter Mass at the Vatican for the very first time. And here in the U.S., Catholic churches are welcoming thousands of new converts as data shows a spike in Americans choosing to convert, including our next guest. Joining us now to share their faith journey is a panel of young Catholics, Abby Allen, Alex Wong, and Will Bogdan. I'm so excited to have you all on, especially on Easter Sunday. I'm going to start with you, Alex. You grew up in a Chinese home, secular home, and yet in college you found yourself drawn to the Catholic Church. Explain why.
So as you mentioned before, Rachel, I grew up in a very secular household. However, throughout my entire life, I've definitely felt a lack of spiritual direction. And I think around the middle of high school, I started discerning why that was. And I started to realize that I was missing faith in my life. And naturally, I tried discovering lots of different sorts of sects of Christianity and different faith traditions, and I ultimately found Catholicism most attractive. A lot of it was because of its history and how steeped in tradition every part of the Catholic Church is and every part of the Mass is. And then I go to college at Notre Dame, and every part of Notre Dame is infused with Christ and his teachings, and I've felt my faith renewed here.
That's a beautiful story. I'm going to go to you, Abby Allen. You were raised Baptist. You married a Catholic and who didn't ask you to convert, but you ended up converting. Explain how that happened.
Yes. Well, we're both attorneys, and so we do debate a lot, and we're super fun, as you can tell. Throughout law school, we were dating, and it was kind of just this thing of like, oh, he'll come around. I wasn't expecting to be the one to come around. And so as we started getting into these debates, he really started picking at my arguments, and soon I could not back up what I was saying. I didn't have a firm foundation to stand on, and his points were always so succinct and so clear. And similar to Alex, I quickly started looking into the history of the church, reading church fathers, and found a really strong foundation to stand on.
Yeah. Reading the church fathers seems to be a really common theme with Catholic converts. They learn the history of the church fathers, and they just wonder when, the Eucharist and those things started to go by the wayside. Will, I want to talk to you because I'm always fascinated by Catholics who convert in college. We always think of college as a place where people go to party, and yet here you are. You got converted in college. How did that happen?
Yeah, so, I went to a secular university, so we really didn't have that Christian foundation. But my school is like a revival in Atlanta for converts, period, Protestant or Catholic. And, it's Easter Sunday, so all of my friends are going to church. I'm away for the weekend, but I just wanted to say Colossians 3:15, let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, for we are members of one body, so live in peace. So whether you're Protestant, Catholic, we're all called to live as one body. Amen. And I'm so happy that, me and my friends got to live that out in college.
Yeah. It's such a great point, Will, because we're talking about the conversion to Catholicism, but these conversions are happening in other religions and other denominations of Christianity as well. Really quick, because I don't have a ton of time, but I do want to get this. We'll start with you, Abby. You were raised Baptist. I'm going to go through each of you, so be mindful of time. How did your parents react to your conversion?
They reacted very well. Again, I think to Will's point as well, it was a good point that he made. I think my parents were just happy that I found a great resting place to land, and that supported me, a community that supported me. And again, we're all of the same body. We all worship the same wonderful God. And so I think they were just happy and supportive.
Alex?
Yeah, my parents were extremely supportive of my decision, even though I had to make some concessions. For example, I had to miss like an hour of our Christmas morning to go to Mass. But yeah, they've been incredibly supportive, really similar to Abby's story.
Any chance they're coming along with you?
I do hope so. They've been really invested in my journey. And right before Easter Vigil started last night, they were really texting and they were very excited about my conversion story.
I'm sure you're a wonderful witness, and hopefully they're Christian curious. And let's go to you, Will. Lastly, how did your parents respond to your conversion?
You know, it's a little different. I live in the South. My dad grew up Catholic, but, you know, we went to midnight Mass together. So I'm hoping, you know, their conversion's on the way as well, but it might be farther down the road.
All right. Well, we're so happy for all of you. God bless you. Happy Easter. I know some of you are one of you is getting being brought into the church tonight on Saturday, and the other two are celebrating their first Easter as Catholics. And we are just sending lots of love and blessings your way. Happy Easter. He is risen.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.